feel to kind of get back into action, starting fall camp a little bit earlier this year?
It feels great. We just been working out and getting stronger, getting faster, but being able to get back in cleats and helmets and shoulder pads, I just been waiting on it.
Does it change your off-season preparation when you do kind of start at a more of an accelerated pace because the game did get moved up a little bit?
Not really. I think it's all about just mindset. Your mindset is what has to do with the tempo. So that's what I just personally believe.
When you look at the schedule, it must be really strange to see 3 bye weeks this year. What are the pros and cons of having 3 weeks where you guys have recovery time like that?
The pros of 3 weeks recovery like that is our bodies aren't as beat up, but also the con is focus. So if we're not practicing or we're not working out, it's a big thing to be able to stay focused and just get mental reps while not out there on the field.
You're a veteran leader now on the defensive line, so is that part of your job to kind of keep everyone's minds focused, and how have you kind of adjusted to that role?
I've really accepted that role. It wasn't a role, I'm going to be honest, it wasn't a role that I wanted, but it's a role that my coaches wanted me to take, and it's a role that is going to help my teammates. So just being able to hold myself accountable and my fellow D linemen accountable and all my teammates accountable is just a job that I like to do, and it's just a job that I know is going to help my teammates become better.
I know you said you're kind of a reluctant leader because you didn't want the role, but then you kind of embraced the role. How have you changed then how you handle things because you had to kind of accept that role?
I think I actually got to know my teammates a little bit better, taking on that role. You're on a team with 170 guys, 150 dudes, so you don't get to know everyone like you should, but I think I've taken the time to get to know almost a lot of people. It doesn't matter, we're all the same, walk-ons, not walk-on scholarships, but yeah.
Speaking of which, since you got to know your teammates better, that means you got to know some of the freshmen a little bit better coming in since you are, and some of the other guys that maybe we didn't see much from last year, but they're kind of stepping up in their second year. Who has impressed you this offseason from their work ethic or just how much you've seen them progress?
Zach, I'm very impressed with, and Zach is going to be an eye-opener and someone that the media is going to be attached to. So.
He was pretty impressive during spring going after Franks. I think he almost nicked him a couple of times because he was at full speed ahead.
Yeah, Zach, he just has an arsenal of moves. He's a strong dude. And, all Zach got to do is learn the game. I'm telling you, Zach is going to be a legendary player. I'll give you that.
With CeCe and Jakai gone, all eyes are going to be on Jabari and Jonathan. What are some of the things you've seen from both of them kind of stepping up this year, especially with, John kind of coming in for first season under Florida?
I say with Jabari, I say his mental focus. I done played with Jabari, 3 years now? And, I think, he's so focused now, and it's just crazy because, how he talks to us and how we watch film together is just, you can just see that he's a veteran and, he knows what he's talking about. And so him being able to give that knowledge to me and the other D linemen, it helps us and enables us to play faster and smarter.
Other guys that, we kind of focus on a little bit is, TJ and Elijah. Those guys, have kind of stayed – they seem to practice well, but sometimes have kind of problems translating that on game day. What have you done to really kind of help them through that kind of process of translating what they do on practice to game day, especially since you are a leader now?
I think it's a lot with them with just, like I said, it's focus, but also being able to, know your job. And, if you know what you're doing, you're going to play fast. So it's just being able to get in the books and just study, and that's what I've been doing with both of them is just study. So when we get on the field, it's not we got to think about alignments and think about this. We can just line up and play ball.
Apart from accepting that role of being a leader, what else have you done this offseason to better your game? What was your focus?
Just my get off, and I lost some weight. But just my get off and, keeping offensive lineman extended, keeping them away from my body. That's the two goals that I really worked on this offseason.
Keeping away from that fried chicken.
Yeah. Oh no, ain't keep me. I think we having that tonight. So I ain't keep me away from that fried chicken. I did stop eating fried food for a while, but it's camp time now, so I can eat. So.
My final question is, with the opener being Miami, such a big in-state rivalry, a game that Florida and Miami don't play a lot against each other. How big is starting like something like that? Is it a sense of urgency for you guys?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just like any other game, but this game putting all the cards on the table. We like I said last year, we don't do a lot of talking, but we want this, so we're gonna come and get it.